Welcome to My Stories to Tell.
The Howled of Dark Winter.
The wind howled like a hungry wolf in this dark winter. The icy fingers of winter had been creeping into the small village for days, bringing with them a biting cold that sunk deep into one's bones. The once lively and cheerful village was now shrouded in a blanket of fear. For this winter was no ordinary one. This winter, the creatures of myth and legend rose from their slumber to terrorize the villagers. Every full moon night, they would attack. Huge hulking shadows with eyes that burned like red-hot coals would descend upon the village, breaking through doors and windows, stealing children and livestock, leaving death and destruction in their wake. Villagers cowered in their homes, clutching their loved ones close, praying that the horrors of the night would pass them by. But the creatures were relentless, their hunger for human flesh driving them to new levels of brutality each night. As the days passed, the situation grew more dire. The villagers were on the brink of despair, their hope of a peaceful life shattered by the constant threat of death. But just when all hope seemed lost, a strong warrior stood to fight. Tall and muscular, his face was weathered and lined, his eyes hard and sharp as a hawk's. He was a warrior who had seen his share of battles, and his name struck fear into the hearts of his enemies. He had heard the cries of the villagers, and he had come to help them. The warrior moved through the village, his steps silent but purposeful. He spoke little, but his presence was a source of comfort to the frightened villagers. They knew that he was their last hope, their only chance at salvation. And so when the full moon rose that night, they all gathered in the village square, armed with pitchforks and torches, ready to defend their homes and loved ones. The warrior stood at the front, his face grim, his hand resting on the hilt of his sword. As the first shadowy figure appeared over the horizon, a low growl rumbling in his throat, the battle began. The creature lunged, its claws extended, but the warrior was ready. With a swift movement, he parried the blow, his sword flashing in the firelight. The creature snarled, its eyes blazing with rage, and the battle was on. And as the villagers fought bravely, the warrior knew that this was just the beginning. The creatures were relentless, their numbers seemingly endless. But he would not falter. He would not rest. For he was the last bastion of hope in this dark winter. And he would not let the villagers down.
Please like and subscribe for more creative stories.